Just under a year after the launch of Splatoon 2, Nintendo dropped their first paid DLC for the franchise, which was the Octo expansion. It proved to be incredibly popular and has set the path for the next DLC we can expect to see. Nintendo confirmed from the very start that we would be seeing large-scale paid DLC for this game, but they haven't really elaborated too much on what kinds of things we can expect to see related to this release. It's probably safe to hope that this DLC will release sometime in 2023. As I mentioned at the very start, the Octo expansion really didn't take that long to come out, and it actually got revealed quite a few months before they finally released it. So it does seem very likely to me that we can expect to get hyped up with new details sometime throughout the year, probably coming with a Nintendo Direct. Of course, it isn't guaranteed, but if Nintendo does decide to use a similar release pattern, then it's very possible we might see the DLC launch sometime in either July or August. Definitely no guarantees there though, they could be saving it for a while. I will say that a seasonal update should actually be dropping in June, giving us our first summer season of the game, so it is possible they could come out with some DLC like that if the timelines did line up. Or, who knows, the paid DLC might just come out during a random month, it might not be attached to any other update in the game, although I feel like they will launch some free content alongside the paid one. One thing we definitely do know for sure is that this DLC will likely heavily feature Pearl and Marina, whose silhouettes were shown off, and this does make a lot of sense, as currently they are completely absent from the game. These two characters played such a massive role in Splatoon 2, so a lot of people have been hoping to see them return, especially as the original idols, Callie and Marie, did get featured heavily during the game's story mode, which we yet haven't seen for these two. So it seems likely that there will be a whole story mode that we get to enjoy with these two characters. It'll definitely be really cool to see them interact with our new idols for the very first time. Now, of course, the Octo expansion's main selling point is the fact that for the very first time ever, it actually gave us Octolings as a playable character, something that had been data mined and teased for such a long time in the series. Now, as far as I'm aware, there are no current data mines for any other playable species in the game. Some people have been wondering if we could actually see a type of shark people as a playable character, kind of similar to what Shiva is, even though she is an Octoling. Personally, I'm not really sure how hyped people would be for this. It would definitely be an exciting character, although I don't really know if there's any kind of lore already about shark people, so it might feel like it was just kind of forced into the game. Still, if Nintendo did decide to give us another playable species, that would be incredibly exciting, although I definitely don't have my hopes up. Let me know if you can think of any other types of species that we could play as during the game. I'm sure there's a lot. Imagine if we could be a salmonid for the first time or something like that, it would be really crazy. Overall, my thoughts are that we could definitely expect to see this DLC released sometime in 2023, and given that they plan to update the game for 2 years, it might not even be the only DLC we see. Given Nintendo said large-scale paid DLC, that could definitely mean more than one, or it could mean that this one is just going to be absolutely massive, which would still be really exciting either way. But let me know in the comments section down below, what are some of your theories and ideas for the upcoming DLC? When do you think it will launch, and what sort of things do you expect? If you made it to the end, be sure to comment "Off the Hook Gang" down below so I know that you did. And if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Splatoon content.